Paul John is 100% Indian whiskey, made out of 100% Indian ingredients. We use Indian 6-row barley, which is grown in the foothills of Himalayas. The difference between 2-row, which is generally used for Scotch manufacturing, is the 2-row is high on carbohydrate and less in protein, whereas Indian barley is high in protein and less in carbohydrate. This is the reason we get lesser yield out of every ton of barley. Coming back to the tasting profile, since Indian barley is grown in the hotter climate, wherein the protein is high, it gives us more richer character.
So we're looking at more of a spicy whiskey, am I right?
Our whiskeys, certain flavors or tasting notes are synonymous. That is, our whiskeys are huge on honey, vanilla, citrus, coffee mocha, and some of the tropical spicy notes. Today we have 5 expressions, 3 in flagships and 2 in select casks. Flagships are bottled at 46%, non-chill filtered, no color, no flavor is added. The first flagship is Brilliance, which is unpeated whiskey. Edited is with a hint of peat, whereas Bold is completely peated.
Okay.
Yeah. Brilliance is very elegant, floral, easy drinkable whiskey, because not many people like single malts in India. Most of the people prefer blended whiskies because that is more easy drinkable and more mellower. So anybody would like to try single malt, for them this is the whiskey. Edited is with a hint of peat. As I said, it's more traditional, more complex than the Brilliance. This is for more of a serious whiskey drinkers. Peated, of course, Bold, of course, it is a completely peated whiskey. We import peat from Scotland in 2 different regions. One is from Aberdeen, one is from Islay. Aberdeen peat is more of a maritime character, more mellower, whereas Islay peat is more sharp, having medicinal character. So for Bold, I have used Islay peat, whereas Edited has got 2 peats from different regions.
Okay, so we start with the classic one.
Exactly. This is Brilliance. As I said, Brilliance is very elegant and easy drinkable one.
And as usual, it's 100% ex-bourbon.
Okay. Brilliance is again it's from the first and second fill casks. We use 100% ex-bourbon barrels. We don't, as of now, we have not used any alternative barrels such as sherry or Mizunara. For the Indian climate, the bourbon or American white oak is more suitable because it is more elegant. Because and another reason is American oak contains less tannins, which will not make whiskey astringent.
Okay.
This is Brilliance.
So 46% alcohol.
This is 46%, non-chill filtered, no color, no flavor. In India, because of the climate, whiskey matures very fast. 1 year in India is almost equivalent to 4 years in Scotland. So this is because basically when the whiskey is in the barrel, it goes through 2 different phases. One is extractive phase, wherein the whiskey interacts with the wood and extract flavors.
So this is the additive maturation?
Exactly. And the second phase is reactive phase, wherein all the chemical compounds within the whiskey start reacting together. Both the phases happens at 2 different climate or temperature, as you know. The extractive phase generally happens when the climate is very high or hot. The reactive phase generally happens when the climate is relatively cold. Since in Goa the temperature is always on a higher side, we get maximum extraction from the barrel.
So
this makes whiskey very rich.
Rich.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't heat up your whiskey before you.
So you see,
okay.
on the nose it's very floral.
Yeah.
It's huge on honey, vanilla.
I got the honey first.
Tropical fruity notes.
Yeah. I have to say now, the today it's really warm. Maybe in the close-up you can see I'm sweating a bit. So you get a really, I don't know if it's whiskey or it's the temperature that you're getting a lot of smell out there. You don't have to put your nose fully in to experience the
and
whole
also
whiskey.
you have to remember this is bottled at 46%. Most of the Scotch whiskies are bottled either at 40% or 42%.
Yeah.
Which makes those whiskies more mellower because there's more water in it.
Yeah, it's a single malt expert drink here, I guess. So yeah, cheers.
Cheers. On the palate, it's very sweet, very creamy, yeah, little metallic. Because when we distilled these whiskies 7 years ago, the stills were relatively new. It has imparted a little bit of copperish, which is giving a little bit of extra bite.
But I also get a bit of.
It's a little nuttier.
I would have said earthy tones, but now you say nuttier. Now I taste nuts some. But I like it. The sweetness is very balanced with the rest of the taste.
Exactly. The finishes again, it's long. Yeah, it's a little spicy. Yeah, there is no bitter tone.
It holds on pretty long. I like it. So demand is really high for this whiskey. So you're thinking about expanding, or is there any? Can you up the production? Is there anything going
exactly.
on?
And we have already decided to put 2 more pot stills.
So you
already we are distilling 3,000 liters every day. So 2 more additional pot stills would give us 3,000 extra liters of single malt, which makes it to 6,000 liters every day.
So you will do the exact pot stills, or do you go?
We are doing the mirror imaging. That means we will have the replica of similar pot stills.
You put it in this hall here, or do you want to build a new hall?
We have space beside the existing distillery. So in another 8 months' time, you would see additional 2 pot stills.
Oh, that's fast. Okay, so the next one is the Brilliance.
Next one is the edited.
Edited.
Okay. Before the edited, I would like to do the Select Cask Classic. Select Cask Classic is unpeated whiskey.
Don't spoil the unpeated with the peated.
Unpeated whiskey. Again, this is chosen from the best of the casks. Again, this is from 2 different casks, that is first and second fills.
So is this like a limited edition? Can we look forward to enjoying that more often, or is that...
Exactly, this is a limited edition, but we will have not more than 1,000 cases every year.
Oh, okay, that's not much.
More than 1,000 cases. So this whiskey, again, it's unpeated from the ex-bourbon barrels. First and second fills. The age of the whiskey is 7 years. Brilliance was elegant and floral, easy drinkable one. The classic is more complex than the first one. Again, it has got the notes of honey, vanilla, chocolate, coffee mocha.
I get a bit more of a, I have to say, flowery note.
Yeah.
But also
It's
get a
more
bit
floral.
of chocolate.
Exactly.
That's definitely a bit of mocha.
On the palate, again, it's very sweet, very creamy, long, salivating.
I have to say, I would say this is a bit more easy. Oh, now it comes a bit of a glowing sensation and a bit of a peppery touch, I have to say.
It's more spicier than the first one.
I like it. Unfortunately, these 2 hasn't reached our market yet. Maybe because there are only 1,000 bottles already.
Maybe that is the reason. Hopefully, the next batch we will try to make it a little more bigger. So
Yeah, that would be nice. So I'm seeing the normal ones, peated ones, in the middle ones. What about sherry expressions?
We have a couple of sherry butts which is under observation. Few of them are very good. So we have decided to add a couple of more barrels. In few months' time, you should have special release of sherry, special release from sherry bots.
Okay, that is cool. Very nice. Okay.
The next, moving on to the edited.
Edited?
Edited is with a hint of peat.
With a hint of peat. Do you
slightly peated?
Do you run by the numbers like ppm, or do you just?
If you talk about ppm, it is not more than 10 ppm.
So very lightly peated ones. And you said that's more of a, what do you call it? Not a medicinal character, but how did you call that?
This is more subtle. On the nose, it is nothing. I mean, you would not find peat at all.
No,
it's huge on chocolate mint,
chocolate. Yeah,
coffee mocha,
chocolate.
Yeah, honey.
Yeah, bit of caramel, let's say.
On the palate, it's sweet. And it's huge on palate. You can feel the peatiness.
Yeah, the peatiness is like a cloud covering in your mouth, but it's very smooth. It's really smooth.
This is one of the highly rated whiskey we have today.
This is also 46%.
This is also 46%, non-chill filtered, no color, no flavor.
It doesn't feel like 46% from the glow, but from the taste, there's a lot going on.
Exactly.
There's a bit of a spice thing going on.
So all our whiskeys, since it is bottled at 46% and non-chill filtered, a couple of drops of in water would really allow the whiskey to open up.
Oh yeah. So Goa is famous for its beaches, and when we go around, there are tourists all around. So can you visit the distillery?
Officially, we have not started the whiskey tours. Hopefully, by 2017, we should be ready to host people for whiskey tours.
Okay.
Because all these years we were more concentrating on the brand building and the manufacturing. Unless we have good whiskeys, we cannot invite people to see the distillery and the manufacturing process.
Your main goal is to make good whiskey, and then showing the people the good whiskey.
So now we have made good whiskies. People have received these whiskies very well. They've appreciated it. We receive a lot of calls from people to come and see the distilleries. So we thought of expanding our operations. At the same time, we will have the visitor center and other things coming up shortly. It would take approximately a year's time. Hopefully by 2017 we should be ready with whiskey tours.
So if you fancy a nice beach holiday and visit a distillery on the side with really good single malt, and you're already in 2017 watching this, then fly over to Goa and visit the Paul John Distillery. Definitely worth a visit. I was visited earlier, I have to say. Very nice distillery.
Thank you.
Okay, so what else?
Moving on to the peated ones. As I said, we import peat from two different regions in Scotland. One is from Islay and one is from Aberdeen. The bowl is made out of Islay peat.
Okay.
It's more intense. It's more bolder.
Okay, yeah. If you're interested in where the Islay peat comes from, is it from Port Ellen?
It's in and around Port Ellen, actually.
Okay. So I've made a video about Port Ellen. I can show you a link here.
We have very good source of peat.
Also, are you also running the numbers for this one?
Okay, if you talk about ppm, it is in between 30 to 35. It's not as intense as Islay malts. The reason is, we didn't want to make something like Islay whiskies. We wanted to have something different. If you see, this whiskey is from this first fill casks, 7-year-old, having both the characters. It's not only about peat; it is having the rich character from the barrel.
Okay.
It's very, very robust. It's very rich. A lot of tropical dry fruity notes. It's high on dark chocolate.
I can already smell it from here.
It's leather, tobacco.
I think this is the one that my father horsed like that much.
Yeah. It's very sweet on the nose. It's very
But
sweet.
you can already have of that a little of this velvety smoky like a chimney, and you're sitting in your chair and you smell a bit of leather around and all that. Oh, that is beautiful. That is really beautiful on the nose. If you can deliver that on the tongue, that.
See, Isla Peat. Isla Peat has got its own distinct character. It is very intense, very sharp. Peat overpowers all the other aromas. Wherein here we have very balanced notes from the barrel as well as from the peat. Well integrated together. It's very sweet, smooth, long.
It's good. I like it. I can't believe it's 46% alcohol. It's very subtle on your tongue, and you have that smoke that comes on strong and fades out with chocolate notes, and as you said, a bit of leather notes.
I think we should compare this with the other peat. Again, Select Cask peat is something similar to Classic, but Classic is unpeated whiskey. This is completely 100% peat.
100% peat.
100% peat, and again from the first fill casks. Select Cask peated is.
So who does the cask selection?
I personally visit the cooperages. I personally visit different distilleries in the US. We inspect the barrels, then import those barrels.
And what else I wanted to ask you is, so you run all the batches from the stills?
Exactly. See, currently we are having very small operations. We do 3 shifts. Most of the time I'm here at the distilleries, doing the cuts. We are fortunately we are allowed to keep the spirit safes open, so that each and every cut we do by sensory. We taste the whiskey, we smell it, we do the visuals, and then we do the fractions.
So it must be a really interesting job to see you can just change the spirit to what you want to do, and choose the barrels and then have them mature and try to bring out the product that
since
pleases.
we are having a small operation, everything is possible. But once we grow, once we step up the production, then we would require. Already we have good talented youngsters under me working here.
So you're already having apprentices?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
They're already very well trained to handle the distillation and the other processes. That's it.
Good. So this is like
this is again bottled at 55%.
Oh, 55.
Cask strength. This is 100% peated whiskey. If we talk about ppm, it is in between again 30 to 35. Has got 2 different peats in this. Peat from Islay and Aberdeen.
Okay. This is cool to see a mixture.
Again,
on the nose, the peat is
like
not that intense.
Other peaty whiskies. This is more richer.
It doesn't come on that
huge,
strong, but it builds up.
It's huge, yeah.
You have a glowing sensation with
This is very salivating.
Oh yeah. I really like that. You have to really look out for that one. So, great whiskies you have here. So, I think this is the end of our tour now. Thank you very much for having us.
Pleasure having you.
And it was a pleasure being here. So, if you ever happen to be in the Goa region, this is a must visit. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you find this video interesting, then please feel free to share this video with your friends or on Facebook or anywhere else you like.